Yes, my beard is a different color today. Thanks for noticing. But that's not what's important. Today we're gonna have a little conversation about something that I think is actually fairly important for running your Minecraft servers. Something that a lot of people might not really think about too much. And it all has to do with how you manage your community and the community culture on your Minecraft server. And this goes for Discord too. The question I'm gonna answer today is, should I allow swearing on my Minecraft server? Okay, fine, I'll tell you why my beard has died. The other day I was doing a 24-hour long live stream and I had a little goal that I didn't think that we would actually reach. And of course, my community had to go and reach it, didn't they? They had to. And since we reached that goal and they called my bluff, I had to dyed my beard a few different colors. I got some gold, I got a little bit of purple, and the silver right here. So for the next few weeks, I'm gonna have my beard dyed, and you guys get to enjoy that here in these videos. By the way, I do have all of that live stream up on my other channel, the Café Stifflered. It's a 24-hour long live stream, but I've broken up into little segments. You can see all the different Minecraft YouTuber guests that I had on, developers, builders, and lots of cool people. So if you want to check that out, head on over to the Café Stifflered YouTube channel, and you can see my full 24-hour live stream and how I went from a beautiful boy to a gorgeous man with a dyed beard. But enough of that. Let's actually get into the game here and have this conversation about that question. Should I allow swearing on my Minecraft server? And here's the deal. When it comes to swearing, you're an adult, I'm an adult. You can definitely swear if that's what you want to do. But you kids out there better be paying attention to what your parents tell you are the rules. If you're an adult though, and you've got other adults on the server with you, then you can relax a little bit. You can make that choice on whether or not you're going to swear. I'm going to make the case, however, that even with only adults on your server, you should not be swearing. There's a few good reasons why I have the rule on my server for not swearing. And it's not because I'm trying to run a religious server or because I don't swear in real life. I mean, I've been known to throw around the occasional but when it comes to running my Minecraft server, I really try hard to keep those things to the bare minimum. Not in a strict sense, but definitely in the culture of the community that I'm trying to create with my people. And there's a few reasons for this, even though most of the people in my community are mature adults who can handle a little bit of swearing every now and again. One of the biggest reasons is that Minecraft is a game that is full of children. And I can't track every single person that joins my server to make sure that they are of age and consenting adults who are okay with that type of language being used. And it doesn't even matter that a lot of these kids will actually swear themselves. That's not what I'm about. I take very seriously my responsibility as a server owner to protect these kids from things that their parents might not want them to be involved with, and to protect these kids from other bad actors and adults who might want to act a little bit inappropriately with those kids and think that they can get away with it because it's okay to swear and use whatever language that they want. A hard and fast rule that I think is a pretty good idea to have is that if there are going to be kids on your server, then you shouldn't allow swearing, because you are not those child's parents and you shouldn't be encouraging them to break their parents' rules or to do things that their parents might not be comfortable with them doing. But here's the deal. If your Minecraft server is open to the public and you can't actually control all of the players and make sure that they're all adults, then you should have that same rule. You should consider that kids are going to be on your server at some point. Take that responsibility very seriously to protect those kids and teach them how to have a conversation without resorting to flaming rhetoric and things like that. But there's another reason why I make the argument and why I run my Minecraft server and don't allow swearing on it. And I think that this one is actually a little bit more important than that first one. Minecraft is a global game with players from all around the world and all different walks of life. And if you have a public Minecraft server, it's inevitable that you're going to get a lot of different characters joining on your servers. It's going to be difficult enough as it is if people are talking to each other in real life from all these different backgrounds and cultures and ways of living for them to have a full understanding of how to talk with each other and communicate very clearly. I mean, shoot, even long-term relationships between spouses have a hard time with clear communication. That communication becomes even more difficult when it's all done over text, which, as you know, in Minecraft and on Discord, most of the conversations are done with text. People tend to read the messages that they see in a text chat with the tone of voice that they have at that moment, or with the tone of voice that they think the other person has at that moment. There's a lot of assumptions and a lot of beliefs and stereotypes that might be getting in the way of having a really honest and open conversation with clear communication between people. I mean, you already know this, right? You're a human being who has been on the internet. It's really easy for people to misunderstand each other if they are just talking over text. It's a totally different ballgame when you're staring somebody in the eyes and you can see their facial expressions and see their body language and read what it is that they're trying to convey to you. But when it's all over text, that becomes so much more difficult, if not impossible in some situations. Different people from different cultures and backgrounds and ways of living have different ways of communicating through text, just as they have different ways of communicating verbally and in person. So take what you know about how people often will communicate poorly, and now add in strangers who don't know each other at all in real life swearing at each other. Do you think that that communication is going to go very well? Absolutely not. Even though swearing can often be used in very innocent and transparent and somewhat good ways, the risk that comes with allowing people to swear on your Minecraft server is just too great for me to personally have it on my own. Allowing swear words to just be used casually in conversations on your server is just asking for misunderstandings and miscommunications to happen, as people who maybe are offended by swearing or maybe having a bad day might read those swear words as an attack on them and then respond in a similarly attacking way. And you want to also be careful about encouraging a community culture where people just speak freely without really considering the impact of the words that they're using. When you say that swearing is okay and that people can just casually say whatever it is they want, make whatever jokes they want, then what you're actually doing is you are encouraging people to speak without intentionality. And again, when you are online with strangers from all around the world, that intentionality is critical for having clear communication. On my Minecraft and Discord servers, we do have a pretty strict rule about not swearing. Now, people don't get in trouble. They're not getting in massive trouble, but they are warned and they're asked, don't swear when they do it. And what's happened as a result of that is that we often don't have the drama that other servers have. People aren't miscommunicating and they're being very intentional with their words, and they're not jumping to conclusions or misinterpreting someone's language as being overly angry or anything like that. I've had so many people that have straight up said your server is one of the least dramatic ones I've ever been a part of, that I can definitely say that this method works. Now I can hear you already. You're saying, Stifflered, these people are adults on my server. They can handle themselves, and if they end up with drama because of miscommunications over swearing or not, well, that's on them and that's their fault. Yeah, sure, they are adults and they should be able to handle themselves. Or maybe they're older teenagers and they should be able to handle themselves and learn how to not be offended by things that other people say. But if you're running a public Minecraft server, it's your responsibility. You are the one who's in charge, and it's your responsibility to take care of your community and to create a foundation that represents who you are and what you believe and how you want to see the server grow in the future. I just looked over at the camera and I saw my face and it was so red and everything else was really popping and it looked awesome, but it was also looking kind of scary, so I'm sorry about that, okay? Anyway, the point that I'm getting at is whether or not you allow swearing on your Minecraft server is completely up to you, but you have to think about the type of server and the type of environment that you want to create. For me and my server, I want to have a drama-free, stress-free, easy to communicate friendship with the players that are on my server. I want to build a great community where we can all get along and enjoy each other and have fun and build stuff together and compete against each other and just have an awesome time overall, and not have to deal with the drama of people misunderstanding each other or getting angry out of nowhere, or just casually saying whatever they want and thinking that it's cool without speaking with intentionality. So by asking people, hey, don't swear, they have to take a moment. They got to step back and they got to say, okay, you know what? I'm not going to swear. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to follow this rule, and I'm going to use different words to express myself as an adult, as a mature individual, so that I can build good community with the people that are around me. And there's one other little tricky thing that I want to mention here, and this might be a secret that I shouldn't say online because I've got my players who are watching this video, I'm sure. When you set a little rule like that, which is going to come up on a regular basis, and you get to respond to that in some way, or you get your staff to respond to that in some way, it tells your players who's in charge. It lets them know Stifflered is the boss, and he has rules that he is going to enforce in some way. You may think that letting anybody say whatever they want and swear and all that is chill and casual, but it actually isn't. It can cause stress, it can cause a breakdown of society as we know it. But most importantly, it can create an environment that goes against the very dreams you have of a chill server. Plus, if there's nothing that lets your players know from the beginning that you take your rules and you take your position as an authority figure seriously, without being a jerk about it. Come on, you're not a boss. You're not trying to tell people everything that they're supposed to do. You're just trying to show, hey, I'm in charge here. This is my server. If you don't have that in place, then your players are more likely to try and push the limits and see what else they can get away with and what else they can do. Oh, such and such server owner is such a cool guy. I'm only 15 and he lets me swear on his server. Oh, he's so cool. I bet he won't have a problem if I have this auto-clicking hacked client on, right? Oh, such and such girl is a really cool developer and she runs a really sweet Discord server where I'm allowed to swear even though I'm only 14 years old. Oh, maybe I could make a sexual comment of some kind towards her and it'll be totally cool. And this gets back into the whole kids thing. Kids are kids. They need to learn, and they're going to push limits while they're learning stuff, while their little brains are developing. If you set the ground rules from the start and you show that you are going to take authority in situations very clearly with everybody, then you stand a better chance of having fewer altercations and confrontations between people in the future, and especially between you and the players on your server. Because that's really the worst thing that could happen, is if you get into it with your players publicly on a server. That's terrible. That's a nightmare. Stay away from that. Again, what I was saying, you can do whatever you want. You can make whatever decisions you'd like. I'm just letting you know the 3 main reasons why I don't allow swearing on my Minecraft servers or my Discord servers. 1, protecting kids. 2, preventing miscommunications and drama. And 3, letting everybody know right from the beginning that I'm in charge. Hopefully that all makes sense and it's not too much rambling. It's kind of a short topic, but you know me, I could ramble on for hours about anything. Hey, best of luck to you in running your Minecraft servers. Thanks very much for watching today. I will see you all around next time. Peace.